The number of children sleeping in Texas CPS offices has increased nearly 7 times over the last year. Officials blame the pandemic continuing to exacerbate decades-long issues with Texas foster care system.
KXAN's Avery Travis looked into what advocates are calling a crisis. She reports on why more hasn't been done to fix it.
It took Stephanie and Buck Baskin a moment to count how many foster children they've welcomed into their home over the years.
About 15 or 16.
But they say this past year has been one of the most challenging.
Foster parents are bottom of the totem pole when it comes to getting to make decisions, feeling heard.
And while the Department of Family and Protective Services says they saw increased interest in their virtual information sessions, 237 children still spent 2 or more nights sleeping in CPS offices this March, compared to 34 kids last February.
There's no laundry facilities. They're eating out the whole time. There's not a lot for them to do, and recreation and different things that would be normal.
Arrow Child and Family Ministries is doing what they can to target resources for kids facing the most trauma and the most behavioral challenges. But
the capacity crisis that we have right now is the worst that I've ever seen.
State data shows Texas is losing hundreds more beds for kids than we're gaining, and the numbers are worse already this year than last. At the end of April, Buckner Family Services partnered with the state to open some new homes and house more than 30 of these kids.
Providing food and activities and games and hygiene products and just the ability to be outdoors and be in a home until permanency can be found. This is a temporary solution.
Several efforts underway at the Texas Capitol are aimed at funding more long-term solutions to the capacity problems.
We know that we need to support our foster care providers right now, especially the ones who are doing life-saving work for kids and taking care of our kids. We want to make sure that they have the resources to do that well.
Even still, for the Baskin family,
it is the hardest, best thing we've ever done.
Avery Travis, KXAN News.
DFPS told us in a statement they are constantly working with providers to bring more capacity online while prioritizing child safety over sheer number of beds. Keep in mind, all of this is connected to a decade-old lawsuit. Judge Janice Jack ordered major overhauls of the foster care system in Texas in 2015. The state is still working to make many of the changes, and it's costing lots of tax dollars. The Texas Department of Family and Protective Services has requested $38 million for the following 2 years. The Texas Health and Human Services Commission, also named in the lawsuit, requested $37 million. That's just to comply with the lawsuit for things such as court costs. Both budget bills passed by the House and Senate largely keep funding where it is, and that could change as the chambers reconcile the differences in the bills.